All right, everybody. Today I've got two pistols and a pair of holsters to show you. One holster is for a customer, and the other one is my own personal carry. So I'll go ahead and start off. These are magazine pouches for a Sig Sauer P220 Elite, chambered in 45 ACP. So I'll go ahead and open it up. Nice black accents on the outsides. Simple belt cut. Nicely stitched. The stitching has rubberized coating to weatherize it and protect it. Magazines for the SIG P220s are Mecgar produced from the factory. Real nice stainless steel. They hold 8 rounds in this 45 ACP. I made 2, so there's the 2 mag pouches. Forgive the train, by the way. It seems like I live near 6 railroad tracks when I only live near 3. 3's a lot, but it seems like there's constantly trains going off. Anyways, here's the holster. It's a thumb brake, so gun fits in. You gotta forgive me because I never put a holster in I never put a gun in a holster just like this. I always have it on my belt, but it's right-handed. Nice black accent along the side there. Stitching's done with the same rubberized coating to protect it from the weather, with a rivet to protect the back stitch, because at the end of it I make one pass and then reverse and go back, and I do a back stitch at the end, and that rivet there is to protect the end of the stitching, so I smash it down and keep it from coming undone. I don't really need to do that, but I do it anyways. Simple belt loop. I think that's a pretty strong way to make your holsters, real simple and strong. Just make it out of the same material. And instead of stitching a new one on or riveting one on, it's just easy to do it. This holster is all one piece of leather, so all I needed to do was just stitch along the one edge. Go ahead and show you the gun. This is a Sig Sauer P220 Elite, chambered in 45 ACP. Decocker model. So all the controls are real flat to the gun, if you can tell. It is a stainless steel slide, stainless steel barrel, alloy frame with an accessory rail, and it has a suppressor ready barrel and sights. These sights are real nice. They are tritium insert 3-dot. It's just a superb handgun. Sig 220s are some of the best. They make these in 45, I think 40, I think 9mm, and I know they make it in 10 because it's called Emperor Scorpion. That one's a steel frame. It's got like a desert Cerakote. This particular gun has Crimson Trace grips on them, which are really neat. I've never used Crimson Trace grips. I've shot pistols that had lasers underneath of them, but never used Crimson Trace grips. So I'll show you kind of on my hand here. This is an unloaded gun. It's empty. So I'll go ahead and show you how this looks on my hand. Pretty vibrant, bright dot. Pretty gnarly to get that shine in your eyes or, you know, whatever. Very effective pistol grip laser. And it really doesn't take away much thinness from the, or it doesn't add much thickness, is what I mean to say, to this grip. It just feels nice in the hand. If you got a little bit bigger hands, it'll be real comfortable. I'm 5'11". Yeah, I got my blood work done, and my height was taken. I'm literally 5'11". So my hands are medium-sized hands, and on this pistol it feels real comfy in the hand. Nice amount of purchase. Controls are real simple and easy. There's the barrel and full-length guide rod with that suppressor ready nut. I don't know what the threading is for these. It's just, that's, you know, it's not my gun. I have shot these though. They're really nice pistols. The 220s are excellent. They're a bit pricey, but they're pretty good. So I'll go ahead and holster this back up. Decock it. There you go. And it will be carried decocked per the customer's instructions. So in double action. What's weird is the Crimson Trace laser port actually makes a little bit of space right here, but it's not bad. I cut the holster so that you can get your fingers all the way around the grip, no matter what, without exposing the safety on this side. So that there's no way to hit that safety button without hitting the leather. So you can grab the whole gun and break the thumb open. But yeah, good pistol. And I'll show you my carry pistol. I'll put it in its holster first. I carry a CZ type gun. I think CZs are the most comfortable for me. I really like the ergonomics of the way the CZs and high powers as well as 1911s are my favorite types of guns. I almost said a high point. But yeah, here's my carry pistol. Here's the holster. Now, before you go laughing at these rivets, they're placed specifically in spots to keep a certain amount of tension and cant in this because there are safeties on both sides of this gun. And the way that the thumb brake strap wraps around there, it has to be canted up in a certain way to keep the tension on that strap. So I put those rivets there because there's a weapons light underneath here. That's why this holster is big and fat. Looks like a knife sheath, is because there's a weapons light right here, and then the end of the barrel is right about here. So the one there, the first one, protects the end of my back stitch, just like on the other one. You can see that rivet right there. It serves the same function, just keeps the end of my stitch intact, even though it is back stitch, which is a pretty permanent stitch, unless you mess with it. But I add rivets on it just to secure it, make it permanent. So these two stitches here are for tension on the trigger guard and on the weapon, and then at the end of the weapons light, and then the end of the weapons light. What this does is it kind of tilts the gun in the holster upward, and that allows for my weapon strap to go in the correct position. I can carry this with, I created a cut right here, if you can see, on that strap, how it thins out right about there, so that with the same strap and the same snap placement, I can carry this pistol in double action or single action. So I can carry it double action with the hammer down with the same strap, or single action cocked and locked, because that cutout right there, you can see it on my face, allows me to ride that over the top of the hammer, and they draw the same way. So go ahead and show you. Just imagine it's on my waist. Thumb brake, and the pistol draws out. It's a little bit tight right now, and it's also not on my belt, so that was kind of a little bit awkward, but not too bad. This is a European American Armory Witness Pro, chambered in 10 millimeter. This is my carry gun. It is a steel-framed pistol. Comes from the factory with right hand only safeties, but I've added ambidextrous safeties. I've added a weapons light, and I'm going to be adding, once that comes in the mail in the next couple of days, a 22-pound recoil spring into this. So I'll be able to handle pretty beefy 10 millimeter loads. I chose 10 millimeter for personal protection because I can get rounds that shoot like 40 Smith Wesson, and I can get rounds that shoot like 10 millimeter, and I can get rounds that shoot like 41 Magnum. So I can defend myself from attackers, I can take game, and I can kill bears. So there's a lot of versatility with 10 millimeter. It shoots, in my mind, it feels like how 45 ACP shoots, or 357 Magnum. It's kind of snappy, but it's not too bad. I like 10 millimeter a lot. I like CZs a lot, especially the steel frame. Um, I need a steel frame for my pistol because I want to be able to use this as a melee weapon in case I'm too close to somebody or I can't quite get it out in time to shoot, or I'm flagging myself on accident. I don't want to just accidentally willy-nilly put a hole through myself or through my leg if I'm grappling. I want to be able to hammer this into somebody if they're attacking me or attacking my family or attacking random strangers, and you know, I happen to know what's going on and I step in. I don't necessarily want to kill somebody, so having the available option to use this as a melee weapon is really smart for me. Um, like I said, it's a CZ type gun. Got forward and rear cocking serrations. I'm not a fan of press checking up at the front of my gun like this. People do this, and it just makes me super nervous. They'll go, "Oh, you just need to practice at it," and I go, "I've seen dudes shoot their pinkies off doing this, dude. You get like this in a panic, and you put your pinky." This is an unloaded gun, anyways, so it's safe. But you put your pinky like that, boom. You go to freaking press check that, and you put the trigger. You put your finger on that trigger. You could blow your finger right off. So I always do my press checks from the back. Worst case scenario, I throw a round out. Oops, you know. I don't have to worry about capacity with this because this has 14+1 capacity. From the factory, the magazines are 14 rounds. So in 10 millimeter speak, that's a lot of capacity. I think the Glocks are the only ones that beat it out. I think Glocks carry like 15, 16, or 17 rounds of 10 millimeter. That's a lot of 10 millimeter. So I like that a lot. I like being able to have a lot of firepower and a lot of knockdown power. Well, stopping power, I guess, in a pistol. I'll show you the barrel. This is a big fat bull barrel. I'm 5'11". I just had my blood taken. They took my height, and I'm 5'11". Never really knew what my height was. I figured I was about 6 foot. Here's my thumb. I have about medium-sized hands. I'll show you that barrel. That is a big fat bull barrel. I like the big heavy bull barrel. In fact, I like everything about this pistol. The fact that all of it is heavy, it's about 2.5, 3 pound pistol, fully loaded. I like that because I like being able to, I'm aware where my pistol is on my body. I like the heaviness for recoil mitigation. If I'm shooting, it's not like flipping all around in my hand, especially with 10 millimeter. I like the weight. I like that it's steel framed. Just my preference. The Olight is really great. I've been practicing with it, and it's very comfortable to use. All I have to do is flip my thumb down or flip my index finger down, and it's on. So behind me, there's a fence right about there. I'll turn the Olight on so you can see it. There you go. Pretty bright light. Very excellent, especially for what I need. I'm not planning on shooting, way far out with 10 millimeter. I'm just going to keep it up close. And this is as bright as when somebody's using a MIG welder. It's crazy bright. In a dark room, it's like, oh man, I can see everything. Like I said, I added ambidextrous safety. So from the factory, these are right hand only. So I went ahead and ordered EAA specific ambidextrous safeties. These are the standard model. Patriot Defense is who I ordered these through, and what they sent me was a extended safety selector, but they weren't for this pistol. They were a wrong product, and I called them immediately. They picked up the phone, which was amazing. I never ever get phone pickups from anyone, so the fact that they picked up the phone, answered me right away, was excellent. They said, "Oh man, we'll just send you the new ones and send us the old ones back. No problem. Don't have to pay for anything." So good on Patriot Defense. If you need EAA components, go to Patriot Defense. Just Google search them. So yeah, got the ambidextrous safeties because I do carry left-handed. Speaking of which, there's forward and rear serrations on the straps of the grip. Real comfy, especially with this beaver tail. This has a real big beaver tail, and it's super comfy in the hand. It's got the CZ ergonomics that I like a lot. just a little bit wider because of the 10 millimeter than the standard CZ 75s. But man, is it comfy in the hand. The fact that there's that sort of dip in there, really get your thumb in there and you point natural. There's no other pistol. 1911s come close for me, but there's no other pistol like a CZ pistol that when I draw my gun and point it out, there's nothing that points as naturally as a CZ for me. I just can point immediately. I don't have to tilt down to find my sight alignment. I just draw it out and it's right on target right away, right where I look. It's very comfortable for me to shoot CZs. Glocks, I have to do, I would always, every time I drew my pistol, it would be up like that, and I'd have to tilt my hand forward because of grip angle. Nothing wrong with Glocks. They're excellent, reliable, whatever. I like CZs a whole lot. They're my favorite type of pistols. And also, they shoot nice. The way the slide rides in the frame just shoots real flat. Handles recoil real well. I'm just superbly impressed with this. The machining quality is excellent on everything. Dropping in those ambi safeties was a cinch. All I needed to do was put a roll pin through the top for the safety shaft, or safety selector, I guess the pin that went through, and run a roll pin through the top. Took 5 minutes. I mean, if you know how to disassemble CZ frames, you know how to do this. So anyways, that's my Witness Pro 10 millimeter. This is my favorite pistol. I love it. I mean, sentimental value, I have other pistols that are more sentimental value to me, but for carrying and shooting, I've shot one of these types of pistols. I haven't put any rounds through this particular one, but I have shot an identical one to this. That's why I wanted to get one of these. And that one was sweet. It made 10 millimeter feel like I was shooting 45 out of a 6-inch barreled 1911. It was just, it made shooting 10 millimeter feel like I was shooting 45 in a 6-inch barreled, real heavy 1911. It was the same sort of feeling where it's not bad recoil. You know you're shooting something, it's got some oomph, but you're not flipping around. It's just, they're superb pistols. For what I paid for this, when I got it, I'm superbly impressed with this, and I will carry this, always. Got everything I need, ambi safeties, light, good quality, heavy barrel, steel frame, excellent capacity, 14 rounds of 10 millimeter. I use Hornady 175 grain rubber nosed critical duty. And that stuff is great. It's similar ballistics, a little bit hotter than 40 Smith Wesson. So it's not quite badass as regular 10 millimeter. It travels roughly 950 to 1,100 feet per second, depending on the bullet, because all the bullets are different. But I like that because I don't want to have to over penetrate through somebody if I'm defending myself. The rubber tips help get through winter clothing, which it is winter where I live. When it comes warmer, they make 135 grain. They have a smaller projectile, which doesn't penetrate as much even as this. But that's got similar ballistics to 40 Smith Wesson, more so than this. But like I said, I can shoot bear killing rounds through this, so it's not just a lightweight. That's about it for me. I'll show you the two pistols side by side. They're both super impressive guns, and I highly recommend either, or if you're considering picking one of these pistols up, don't hesitate. These are superb quality firearms. So yeah, they give you both the same options. Actually, the 220 Elite has the threaded barrel, so it gives you suppressor ready. But for what I use, for what I need, I'm not going to carry a pistol around with a big can at the end of it. I'll just have to deal with hearing loss, or I'll wear headphones all the time, so I kind of have some sort of earplug. Because I'm old school. I use these, the wired up headphones, wherever I'm going. So it is kind of a little bit of an earmuff. Not going to do much for a gunshot, but it is something. Anyways, that's the video. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having as much fun as I am, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.